The Game Time Tour presented by Citi, and today it's head coach Benavia Jenkins of ETSU Volleyball. And coach, pretty much anyone that has bothered to listen, and I have made sure that they do listen when I bring up this specific point, your volleyball program in your first year, pretty much one of the most impressive first-year performances for any head coach across the country at any level in any sport. 25-6 the record, 14-2 in the league, SoCon regular and postseason runners-up. It really doesn't get much better than what you were able to accomplish with a very young team that was headlined by just one senior, Kayla Massey, who I know you worked very closely with to make this year what it was.
Yes, thank you. By the way, we had an incredible season. I give a lot of our credit to Kayla Massey, our only senior, as you mentioned. She did such a phenomenal job just carrying the team on her back. When I took this job at ETSU, she was one of the first persons that I called in my office, and I said, "Hey, I'm going to need you. We have to be on the same team. I know this is your senior year and you've been working with the previous coaching staff for the, past 3 years. And now I need you to trust me." And she said, "Coach, I have your back. Whatever you need, let's work together." And she did just that. Not only on the court, but even off the court. What a phenomenal student athlete we're talking about. So just kept the team in line and organized, just really made my job a lot easier where I can really focus on coaching the players. But I mean, our players really jumped on that bandwagon. We all had a talk. We expressed how we felt coming in our first year. We had a very young team, and I would consider it an inexperienced team as well. With Caleb Massey and Maria Popovich is the only ones that actually played those years prior. So we had to work together. We worked on some new things and try to get them to gain that confidence in themselves and in their game. And they fought. We had nothing to lose, and that's something that I expressed to them. This is my first year. I'm very competitive. I love to win, but it's not about that. It's about, having that unity as a team and us being able to if we win together. If we lose together. But every night we're going to go out and we're going to fight and we're going to do our best. And they did it. When we talk about a team that works hard, determination, and I mean, shock the doubters, and we did. Being voted fifth in the conference, I mean, we shocked ourselves, to be honest. But it was such a great season, fun season, and I mean, I would love to do that again.
If you love winning, you have definitely loved your career around volleyball in general. 72-0 in the SEC as a player, now 14-2 as a head coach in league play. Make that 86 wins to just 2 losses in 4 years of being a player, now 1 as a head coach. Not too shabby. Some may lose track, coach, of what volleyball does in the spring, mainly because it's not a dual season sport, quote unquote, like say a tennis or a golf, and there's not these scheduled matches that you'll see kept up on by websites and those that cover spring seasons for fall sports. So knowing that, fill us in on where your program was when COVID-19 hit and just how some conversations regarding everything going on around that time in the program versus the region, state, world, and nation went.
Well, once we got word of the COVID-19, we were actually headed out for spring break. Got a chance to talk with all the student athletes and explain to them the importance of being safe because, of course, who doesn't want to experience a good spring break before we go into, lockdown? Our players were getting stronger. I saw so much improvement in our girls. They just worked hard, not only in the weight room, but they gave their all on court as well, just learning different moves and different volleyball language. And we really had a chance to really break things down. We were sad, of course, having to leave, but we understand that this thing is much bigger than us. But the most important thing is to make sure that our families are okay, that they are okay. So we just going to take this opportunity and not focus on the negatives and focus on the positives, because this is a time we can sit back and reflect and, spend that time with family, because as a student athlete, as coaches, we don't get this time to just wake up at any time now and have a good breakfast with your family, or even have a hot meal for dinner with your family. So just really, just decompress and take it as it is. I mean, we are in a state of an emergency, a nation of an emergency, but I have faith in God, and I think that everything is gonna work out the way it's supposed to. And like we always talk in our family, trouble doesn't last always. So you have to stay positive, and we preach that when we have our Zoom meetings with our players. We're going to stay positive. We're going to do everything that we can as a Buck family to stay healthy, stay strong, because this is out of our control. But we're just going to stick together as a team, as a community. So yeah.
And how has that been going, Coach? How are the young women holding up? I know you have been spending a lot of time with your family. How are you holding up? And what does the day-to-day look like now for yourself? And I'm sure you're talking to your players and your staff for them as well.
Well, for our players, I think everyone is doing well. They are bored, I can tell you that much. So they're trying to be very creative. We're going to come up with we're going to do bingo as a family. So they're going to bring their family. Everyone is going to be on Zoom. My family will be on Zoom. So we're just going to try to have a big bingo game coming up. So I'm super excited about that. You won't win anything, but it's fun, and get everybody just to say hello to each other and just kind of relax. My life, I'm an older mom with a 2-year-old, so it is busy. It's no sleep. So it's meetings on Zoom, and it's dealing with Samad, and but thank God for my mom. She's incredible. She helps out a lot. So we're busy. I'm here in Florida right now, and taking this time too to help my mom straighten things around the house and do a lot of cleaning. So it's been fine. I mean, I'm bored too. I hate being locked in. But what can we do? We're just gonna embrace these moments.
I know, especially in that bingo game, you being so competitive, it's tough for you not to be able to have anything on the line there, Coach.
I know, I'm sure I come up with something.
Head Coach Benavia Jenkins, Coach, to you, your staff, your players, your family, be safe, be well. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you. Go Bucs.
Head Coach Benavia Jenkins on the Game Time Tour, presented by Citi.